Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode, and picking up where we left off in episode 1 of us conquering the Republic of Asterion, the federated parishes of Sukumion, all because Skyfall, the little bugger that he is, joined their concordat of free nations while we are playing as the DawnClaw heresy with the long-term goal of fighting the Imperium of Griffin kind. And eventually attacking Equestria, Changelings, and everyone else, and doing a world conquest. So, that being said, let's get back into it. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's see what we can do with this war. The war itself is a little rough. We don't have enough Void Knights to cover the front line, and I can only train 5 more, 3 of which will be fully equipped at the gate, the other 2 will need training. Yikes. Manpower is a little rough right now. Don't have a whole lot of core territory. Big trick here is going to be trying to pull an encirclement off. Though, for some unbeknownst reason, my Star Knights are not living up to their attack potential. I don't know what juiced up crack addicts are currently in the making. But knowing what I'm seeing right now, I will have to pull a little known fact called a tactical retreat. No, I'm trying to do encirclement, you little rat. Fine. I'll do a further one. So, dual note, you're not going to be able to beat me, even if I can't beat you. But hey, that's fine by me. So long as he's not beating me, I can just wait it out. Land forts. Oof, that is a chunk of factions. Which is... Ah.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Bereit. Weiter, weiter. Weiter, weiter.
So it looks like once we do start winning a successful defense, we actually start doing some serious defensive damage. I am not in a good situation where I am. My men are starting to lose. My question is, why? The answer looks to be supplies. God. Except you. You stay.
Ausrücken.
I want to be able to have a constant way of resupplying. I do want to keep one more person on here, and I want you guys to come over here and rock their living socks. I do want you to hit here, and then I want you to take this area. I want you to then send someone here and lock them up. So that is 5 divisions, which is very, very nice to see. From the looks of it, I can go ahead and deploy a light tank, attempt anyway. What can I build with my 43 army experience? We're going to build a torsion bar, cast armor. Do we want the cast armor? Yeah, the stats on it will make it pretty nice. Gasoline, yeah, that speed's not actually bad at all. We want an improved small cannon. We will grab a basic radio. Smoke launchers will be good. Wet ammo storage. Field drums. Field drums will be nice. Let's call this the Raider. Oh, it will let me raid. Name it. Sadly, not the most reliable, and by that I mean it's insanely reliable, just not 100%, which is sad to see. But it is pretty good for what it is.
Ausrücken! Weiter, weiter! Ihre Befehle!
Go ahead and take that territory just to cut them off, and then immediately fall back anyway. You are fast in their infantry, so they can't catch up to you even if they wanted to. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy these. I want all of you to set up at a new one. Just come here.
Greift weiter an!
I don't care if they have that territory. I just know they're not going to be able to do anything with it. We will do we finished up the forced evacuation, which now gives us that as a core. That being said, we need to actually own your territory to be able to finish that. Ah, that's annoying. That's very annoying, you little rat. Well, while we wait on our 5 void narts, yeah, great. That's my English ability, right? To our void knights to arrive, we will just do our thing here and hold this front line. They can't beat us aggressively, but without extra troops, we struggle to effectively invade them.
Angetreten.
I will go ahead and disable that so I can funnel you guys into the capital province region. I will then remove this, so I don't need it, and immediately have you 5 go right through them, straight into the extra city, and have everyone except the bloodthirsting move here, defend this, spearhead an attack against you guys, shove you out of the way, send 2 of you up here, 1 of you to stay, and the other one to hold them there. Now, you 3 all get to have the fun party. Really, it's going to be 4. There you go. Now it's 4 of you. Of killing this entire encircled army. Then go ahead and start on seizing the realm and start working on our overall infrastructure and economy. So, the nice current situation we have on our hands is taking the time to actually increase our numbers of Void Knights. We were able to completely overturn the enemy and their combative ability.
Angetreten.
Hold them down so they can't bring new troops into here. And I think that was thoroughly killing, what, like 11 divisions, I believe? You are down to 7 to 19, you're down to 10 to 25, which is good, because we have 11 divisions. We do need to hurry up with this war, because the longer we take to do this war, the longer we take to get all Mar has given and come down to dethrone the corpse, which, you know, he's already unified the Yale and is moving to unify Bronzehill, and then is going to go into a huge war against Fithicia, Strawberry, and Griver, and Grief and Martian. I have seen him lose to them on 1 out of like 20 occasions I've ever actually used this Easter egg. I don't expect to see him lose. It will be very, very surprising to me if he loses.
Befehle.
Hey, my infantry are fully equipped. That's amazing to see. We're going to go ahead and grab mass rifle production to improve the production rate of rifles in the first place, as is the name. We're going to go ahead and start producing. We lose 20% research, but we get some offensive stat buffs to our Star Knights because of improving their weapons. Because we research the first stage of magical weapons. Every time we research magical weapons, all the way up till 1021, we can, I believe it's up to 1021, we can improve the Star Knight's weapons, which gives us the ability to just overall buff the stats on them. The armor for the Knights itself is small arms, which are buffing the, I think that's the support weapons is going down that. Yeah, specialized small arms.
Achtung.
Our best bet would be to probably come down here and start an encirclement. Our best bet right now is just doing repetitive encirclements against the enemy.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Because if we can keep encircling the enemy, they can't retreat. And if they can't retreat, they can't really do anything.
Befehle. Los, los, los.
And if they can't retreat, then we can do situations like this.
Ihre Befehle.
So these two will stay at the, out of the 11 we have, only 9 of them will be offensive. Those other 2 will stay at the capital and the secondary capital that they have, allowing them to be protected, both of them. If we can keep them protected, they won't be able to lose them. If they can't lose them, then we don't risk them capitulating. Because if the if Senalicia capitulates, we have absolutely no way of dealing with the Styrian, and waiting a full 6 months. Ooh, we could stalemate this. But I do leave her to fend for herself. Actually, realistically speaking, I don't really care what happens between her and them. I genuinely don't.
Befehle.
We're going to go ahead and move one of you down here so I can begin encirclements.
Ausrücken.
Never mind, it looks like you fled en masse, which means I'm now going to strategically retreat before you try and encircle me. I could attempt a triple encirclement up there, which I think I will. I think I can push down here.
Angetreten. Gerückt.
Ooh, the changelings occupy the bears. Was that through peaceful? It looks like it, and the bears took over the penguins, which means the Northern Protectorate is huge. Yikes. Oh, wow, I have been neglecting my research. At least not for very long, though, thankfully. We're going to go ahead and use that for that 139 day. We're going to go ahead and start review. We are going to go ahead and, because this will be more important later in the game, go ahead and grab those. Just have them done. That's finished now. I don't really use anti-tank personally. If it is good, you know, alright. I personally don't anymore. I used to. Only time I do is whenever I have the for any reason whatsoever, needing a defensive regiment that is actually really good against tanks. But again, I most of the time play single player without playing versus anymore. So I don't often have to face high armored units. Okay, well, now that I think on it, fighting the Void Knights, that's or the Star Knights for the Emperor, that actually would be a good excuse. I mean, for right now, the constant source of experience gain because of this war is actually surprisingly useful. Moving one of you over here to attack in a different direction will help significantly in the attack itself. Whew, that is awful. Awful, awful logistics. Ah, I can't build a supply hub because you're not in a faction. I do remember that now. I will go ahead and spin some of my factories to start building that, though. Who else did you just call? Prewin? Is that who you just called in? No. Damn, Prewin. I will go ahead and attempt a stalemate. Yes, perfect. Okay. Alright, boys. I don't care about the current situation. You're coming home. Whatever happens to them, not our problem. Now watch as within 2 minutes of me leaving, her entire country collapse. I'm going to go ahead and grab heavy anti-armor ammunition. That way we have increased penetration. Ooh, excuse me. Always get out of that. We do have to wait for this upgrade to be completed before we can actually start working on the armor, but now we can work on the armor, which goes 50% hardness, 30% armor, and 10% defense. So this is where Star Knights and Void Knights actually become surprisingly, significantly more useful. Damn, county? 2 to 7 versus... Oh, yeah, no, they just upped their conscription and deployed more troops whenever I started killing more of them. You know, that checks out. I'm not even remotely surprised. You know, as Sinalicia, that was like a 2-year-long war for me. Granted, it was when I first started, so, you know, I kind of sucked at the game. But it was a 2-year-long war. And it was rough. Hey, we now have a developed science base. How wonderful. Do have access to helicopters in the future. I will go ahead and grab a 1011 small frame. Now really, I should grab... Yeah, no, I will. I will go ahead and start working on that medium frame. And continue down working on air stuff. Air is going to be the name of the game when it comes down to dealing with the Imperium. It will help me tremendously if I can beat him in that. So already seeing that he does have a border with me, never a good thing. Never a good thing at all. AI is prone to being insane and making erratic decisions. Not that I'm worried about him declaring war without me knowing. I'm just very well aware he's insane in the first place. I do want to go ahead and get this Thermatog? What is this? Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy? It's something. I know it's something. Whatever it is, it's something. It has to be. So we will rip the wealth from their claws, giving us 1, 2, 3, 4 civilian factories, destroying Skyfall and Griffonia, and I'm also pretty sure wiping out their entire race. No, or not race, population. No, but it does significantly degrade a large portion of it. This is where things start to get a little rough for us. The Imperium is now taking Fathicia, Griffin Martian, and the Barony of Angriver. Now, by now, the Imperium already has a good industry. It is now going to improve. On top of that, he has the exact same right side focus as we do for the Air Force, military, and industry. Which means there's a chance he may or may not just have good units. I already know he's aware of having Pillars of the Imperium, so he already has a good industry because of that. And he can only get it better. Lovely. Experimental warfare will be best for that. We do have a lot of political power and a lot of high compliance in these areas. So I will go ahead and start working on some compliance. Start with those 3. Some heavy tanks. I don't know if they'll actually even be useful, if I'm being honest. Thaumaturgy is good. We can get the... I want this for the division attrition and supply efficiency. The universal translator is even better because having certain capitals will give us random buffs once it's done. So I will go ahead and keep that for now. Cruiser submarines are great. Not that much, honestly, but it's something we already have started on, so we'll just go ahead and do it. We will... Oh, we are looking fine right now. Alright, the War Master's War Machine. This is where it starts to get good. This drastically improves our support artillery, support equipment, and infantry production cost reduction by 5%, but also helps further improve our industry as a whole. And then work, the armories will be good for another 3 military factories. Death and destruction, that is a key thing. We do want to go ahead and get all Mar has given, so we want to do the desires, but their desires betray them, so we can use their greed to integrate them. And then all Mar has given to deal with the illiteracy issue. We already have the developed science base because we have Skyfall. And the society will develop further. So instead of being a newly industrialized society, we will simply be modern and won't have any more penalties because of it. I'm going to go get flare guns for land night attack improvement. Land night attack improvement is actually really good to have a bonus on. It will be very important for us to even have that. We are going to go ahead and start training 13 Star Knights. That will give us a whopping 24 out of 24. We will have an entire group. Normally, I would probably separate them 12 and 12 to two different generals. However, in the current situation with the Imperium, I will probably use them to spearhead from Reedwetter all the way down to the west of the river of Oldwingburg to take half his military, give or take, and crush them in a massive encirclement, and use the 24 to just slowly push down while keeping one division at a time lined up. At least that's the theory. I have no idea if that will actually work, even remotely. That might be the plan, and then it turns out to be a huge bust, and I lose half my Star Knights, right? I mean, don't know for sure. Ooh. Big old peace conference there. I do want to go ahead, because I know I've been producing a lot of trucks. Go ahead and grab that. Their desires betray them. What I did here was I improved the motorization priority for the entire army, both the army groups in the Field Marshal's jurisdiction. This caused them to automatically siphon all supply hubs they use down to or supply hubs close enough that it would affect them. That it would affect them to have double motorized, maximum motorized. Does this use a lot of trucks? Yes. Do I have a lot of trucks already? Also yes. So I'm not really worried about it. But it allows us to have a lot better logistical control for them in particular, which helps us further keep our supplies high, our organization high, our supply reinforcement high, and also help prevent anyone from killing us, really. Now, we don't have a whole lot of manpower. The Imperium, let me tell you, it has a lot. And I do mean very much a lot. So, that being said, we need manpower. We keep killing our people, so we don't have a lot of it. I will go ahead and finish coring up the rest of Vidina, which is going to help give us all the manpower we're going to need for the next little bit. Go ahead and work on a 10-12 light tank chassis. Large calibers, that will be useful. Heavy infantry weapons 2. That is, yeah, in 3 years. Yikes. Go ahead and get drum patterns. We're going to go down to armor-piercing rounds, so we can get 5% more reliability, and then 25% more piercing and 5% heart attack. As for that finishes both of you up. I am still in... I'm going to go ahead and move to partial mobilization, so I can use even more of my military factories, or civilian factories, for industry control as a whole. Phonian tech. I've already finished down the unbreakable materials. Going down this top route, that's what it's good for, because it helps with support the company and things. General safety for more reliability, because the helicopters have terrible reliability as far as I can remember. The helicopters are good in the future, because we can get helicopter paratroopers, I believe, which are stupid fast. Now we're going to go ahead and do all Mar has given. What is the next? Yes, dealing with Scavania and the Free Northern Communes. You guys, I'm gonna hate this. You guys are overall not fun to fight. Your terrain sucks, your environment sucks, and actually, knowing that cuts off in a mountain, I can do that. And put that down. I can move the deployment to Skyrim. Go ahead and deploy you now ahead of time. Yikes, the logistics here suck. Ugh. Okay, we will fix the logistics here, which will help us push out into Scavania and such for their territory. The territory itself will be useful. If I remember correctly, because they're mostly plains, they're just really fucking cold regularly, so you don't get a whole lot of troop maneuverability or capability up there. However, alternative to that, because it's all plains, you have a lot of building slots in the future, which is really good for industry. You just have to have the settlements, the territory cord to actually use. What the hell is this? Oh, I've never seen that before. That's actually really cool to see, though. So Skyfall just got cord, all of that. Manpower will no longer be an issue for quite a while, because Skyfall and Grifton are a very large sort of 6 million population. Ooh, extra fuel tanks. That is amazing for submarines. It's insane. Increased range and increased supply time. Sadly, we stalemated. So, as you saw, we didn't get a peace conference. We just took the land, annexed anyone that we've already annexed, or capitulated, and so on and so forth. That does mean the Skyfall Navy just doesn't exist, so we don't get it. Which is, as you can probably guess, sucks royally, because we wanted it. But I couldn't keep that war going, because I needed to continue down the main focus tree. Really bad. No surprise here, Asterion died. The barony of Arantiga. What? I knew they would join Wingbordy. I did not think they would do it that soon. I didn't think the Imperium of Griffin Kind was going to be at war with them. So normally I would not do this. This has already been finished. However, the policy for it has not been bypassed for some odd reason. So it would be doing 35 days for a focus to do nothing. Normally, I would never use this debug console while doing a Let's Play or anything like that. But bugs like that, 35 days doesn't seem like a whole lot. But in 35 days, he might take this entire side of the map. I don't know. Battle over 2, no. Coastal Forts, no. You know, honestly, I think I would rather go ahead and deploy these guys. I forgot to move their deployment. Yikes. Zavtok, we are going to take you and finish off that front line. Suntail, I hate to be the guy to let you know, but you've got a lot of work to do. I would like to get up to 72 divisions before we actually at least even try and fight the Imperium ahead of time, because I'm sure he's probably sitting on a ridiculous amount of them. So this does give our special forces 5,000% hardness. It sounds busted, but in its description, that is multiplying a very large percentage to a very, very small value. In our case, it is applying to the hardness, which is... Where do I find that? I cannot remember. Down here, hardness, 52%. 52% is actually going to be 0.052%, I think. That or 0.52%, one of the two, to that statistical value, and it's 5,000% of that. Which, yes, in our case, is actually ridiculously insane. However, that makes them extremely... excuse me. That does make them extremely susceptible to Very good piercing attacks. High piercing is going to do a lot of damage to me. Oh, look at that. An elf lake. That's actually really neat to see. It's actually good to have two of those. Because they do actually get a lot of things you can do with them. Naval hit chance and naval aid, screen attack, convoy rating efficiency, organization across every type of ship, or air superiority, interception. Ace. Oh, hello. 25% ace generation chance. Good. That means even if I lose one, I can just replace him. New Skyvania, more like runes.
Ausrücken! Achtung!
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. The Free Northern Communes is a puppet state, so taking care of Skynavia completely wiped them off the map. Because they are a puppet government, so they just capitulated too. Kind of forgot that happens. I do that sometimes. That's actually huge, because that drastically reduces the time of the war spent. You are now part of a new fleet. My Wolfpacks. You know what? I'm going to name you Spawn Packs instead, just for chaos theme. You're going to get that and that. There we go. Spawn Radio 1. Give you a nice little submarine insignia. Why not? We love when this glitches out like this. Now, what we have in mind here, I don't really like the concept of fighting up here. I would rather never have to. But if I did have to in the future, I would at least like to know my logistics are taken care of up here. And I will never have to worry about fighting with shit logistics. So I am going to go ahead and work on a railroad system up here, which I'm very proud to say that they actually tried to build a decent railway here. It's not completely, totally fucking awful. It just still sucks. So we're going to go ahead and do that, have that working. We will deploy the extra 8 divisions, attach them to our infantry. And I believe, yes, our next target is going to be the Imperium. Although this looks like the end of our focus tree, don't worry, it gets bigger. Much, much bigger.
Zuhören!
I just have to actually succeed in killing this guy. Now I will go ahead and deploy another 24 divisions of infantry to reach that 72 mark. We do have enough aerial experience. I am going to go ahead and decommission my small airframe. And in exchange, I'm going to go ahead and make a better one. We're going to do the 2 extra fuel tanks, a heavy machine gun turret, And then we're going to do 2 sets of heavy machine guns and then 2 aircraft cannons. We're going to call it the Flare. Why not? Catchy little name. We're going to give it authority for 10 factories on it. Now, you've probably noticed by now, what is it that keeps my troops from being 100% supplied? Infantry anti-tank, which comes from grabbing the anti-tank rifles. Now, that does mean I need to stop with this, and oh, I've actually already got these started working on it. So I'm going to go and do that, and now instead of producing a shitload of guns, which I still need anyway, by the way, I'm going to start producing anti-tank rifles. This will drastically help with the anti-tank my infantry can do. If I am lucky, they might be able to swarm attack and win against Star Knights. Might. Strong might on that one. I don't know. There we go. We're going to expand the Moonrise Mine, which is going to help us with tungsten and crystal and steel, which is good for artillery and helping out with our Star Knights. Ah, lovely. We love 24 divisions of completely barely untrained divisions. Do we care? Not really. We're just spitting troops out at this point. Doesn't really matter if they're capable of fighting. Just that they have a gun. Hey, look at that. We covered the full front line. That's what really matters, right, guys?
Angetreten.
But no, seriously, realistically speaking, now that we can actually cover a front line effectively too, and have a bunch of excess troops, the Void Knights, to carry out encirclement tactics, we can actually pull off a decent fight against him. I would actually like to go ahead and work on this, though. Nothing super special, just kind of renaming things. We are going to go ahead and improve this to more motorized and add in some more tank. Motorized recon, engineering company, support artillery, support anti-air, logistics, signal, and field hospital. Is that a lot? Yes, it's a bunch. I do actually need to work on my Void Knights, though, because they're a little outdated. I don't expect to have a whole lot of armor when this war actually starts, but I expect to have at least a little. Now, my thought process is, honestly, he might get himself killed in this war. It looks like he's losing against Wing Party. So, unironically, the Imperium of Mankind, which is supposed to be a huge enemy for us, might end up becoming an absolute smackdown, because even if he has the 126 divisions he supposedly has, 60% of that will probably be fighting the barony in the first place. So I'm not going to worry about him that much. I'm more worried about the Aqualian Republic. However, I do want to put out that the next video will be actually attacking him. For a definite fact, it will be attacking him. Thankfully, we're not doing bad. We have a really large portion of research. We have a decent infrastructure, and we have a, I'd say, on a little bit on the larger side of a medium economy. A lot of civilian factories, which is good. Gives us a lot of strong ability for rapid construction, which, believe me, it's nice to have. I do want another naval research base, so I can go ahead and get that going. In terms of the Air Force, you guys suck. I'm going to disband you, go into my Air Force, see that all of you are trash, deploy the flares, come to my small airframes, and everything except the flare, we're going to decommission entirely and say screw you. Let's see here. 36 hours Special Forces Supply Grace. It's 12 hours Supply Grace to all troops, or 10% supply range. This right here, 12 hours of Supply Grace, doesn't sound like a lot. But knowing that means across any type of unit and the entire military, having 12 hours to reconnect with other troops before they'll actually start taking attrition or supply damage is huge. Because that's 12 more hours that they can fight at full efficiency without any penalty of any kind. So having that would help wonderfully. You know, I honestly don't expect him to be fighting this long. Good old treacherous heresy and sworn enemies combined to equal negative 200 opinion. Isn't that fun? Now, I did just watch a portion of his divisions get encircled, which is hilarious to me. Oh, the changelings are actually killing the living hell out of Equestria. When did this war start, by the way? Oh, Las Pegasus just got occupied. Interesting. When did this war start? Did I miss? I must have, like, been in the middle of something and instantly closed the menu for this. But the changelings started the Great War and have been kicking the absolute teeth in of Equestria. Not sure when it started. Kinda wasn't looking. Do it again. I think I blinked. More military training, always nice. With that, we can go over here, go to strike, and go to pinpoint, which is good for our cast once we start making them. As of right now, I just want everyone on the training list and docket. This will help us drastically in the future. Getting these 24 divisions, not all of them will be fully equipped, not my problem. They will do me fine. Mixing them in with the Star Knights, I believe they're actually faster than the Star Knights. Let's double check that. Barely faster. However, I'm actually curious. How fast can you move? Let's find out. 12 kilometers an hour. So my limiting factor is my tanks. They're slowing you down. Can I make a better one since I have a 10-12? Ooh, just a thought process actually. Spellfire cannon. Not as much hard attack. Significantly better piercing and soft attack. Basic radio. Good old wet ammo storage. We'll do a field drum. And why not? Smoke launchers. Do keep in mind, we only have 25 armor for these guys, which is kind of shit. But with 98.9% reliability and 10 kilometers worth of speed, 25 armor is not bad. So, knowing that we're going to start producing those tanks instead, that's significantly better. The armor is still terrible, in my opinion. But I normally like to see much more than that. So, usually my light tanks have around 40 armor, and medium have around 70 to 80, and then heavies have around 115 to 130. But that's usually how I build my stuff with a ridiculous amount. Equal griffins, equal punishment. Kill them all. Problem solved. I don't expect either this one or the Imperium of Griffinkind to have really long Let's Plays. I just expect to actually be able to do videos of them, because I think they're cool. And maybe one day I might even come back to these and do a better perspective on these rather than a, oh, Let's Play. I did not mean to open that. Actually, that reminds me we even have this mod. So this is the Equestria at War Better Policies mod that allows you to have a government structure set up. So knowing what we have, technically isn't it a monarchy? No, can't do a monarchy? Alright. Wow. It was worth a shot hoping. Instead, we're just, wait, what? I can't do a head of state with military? Well, that's a shame. What do you think our next bet is? Despot? Definitely despot? No. No, we can't. What are we, by the way, can I ask? That'll help me answer. We're supremacist. That's it. Nothing special. I think that does mean we're despot. No. What kind of government are we? Guys, I don't think we have a government. Unless I understand. Yes, surely we're the presidential republic. I see we don't have a executive government. Well, that's fine. We don't need a government. We're heretical and follow the Chaos Gods. I don't think Tzeentch even wants us to have a damn government in the first place. Slaanesh doesn't care. Khorne just wants blood to flow. And Nurgle just wants to, I don't know, infect 85% of the population and let the other 15% purge. Nurgle's grandpa. Grandpa doesn't care what we do. He's just going to give us the budget. He's just going to give us the budget to do it. We just ask him what the hell we want to do and he'll let us do it. You know, I've kind of been neglecting my industrial tech for a little bit. Kind of forgot about it. Time for more military factories, because that's the great way to deal with it. Great way to deal with neglect. More military. More money to the military. Sadly, I do have to say, we are coming to an end to today's episode. Why not more light tanks? The nice thing is, we're starting to actually produce flares at a reasonable rate. I think we might have that up to like 1.5, 1.6 a day when that's when the efficiency is fully finished. Because we're at 7 a week, which technically is 1 a day. Do you think I should do more light tanks? I should probably put more factories on light tanks. Yeah, I'll do that. And then a couple more on field artillery and anti-air, because we know we'll need those in the future. Territory integrity completed. Looks to be all of Scandinavia. And then any of the commune? No, none of the commune was integrated. Just Scandinavia. That's fine. 1014 and 1 year. Oh, ooh, darn! We have a lot of good research. I just noticed we've jumped from -30 to plus 50. Well, that'll be useful. So in 1 year, 1012, we'll have 1014 era infantry uniforms, which will be huge. We'll have standardized armor plating and some good helmets. Good helmets, air quote. Why does this look like we're degrading back to like medieval style armor? Oh, why not? Mass production of trucks to rapidly improve that. Yeah, why not? For now, I am just gonna let this build up slowly.
Ihre Befehle?
Mostly because, you know what? I can deploy them all and then just let them train. Just like everybody else. I do actually want to put you under... Ooh, I have a great idea. This is a really smart one. Riga.
Angetreten.
DawnClaw, you're actually going to be taking care of all of my... all of your siblings? Sons? It couldn't be sons. It'd just be the other traitor kid. Yeah, it would just be the other traitor kid, so your siblings. You'll be taking care of your siblings. Maxwell, my good man. You are going to be the field marshal for this one. Your goal, you are going to be the field marshal of the beautiful armored battalions, legions. Yeah.
Angetreten.
Hey, good man. Combined arms. Go, and your spearhead is going to be across here. That being said, you're going to continue work. He overall is just going to get rid of this. You're going to continue training. You know, I can actually see that he's losing. Which, that's not supposed to be happening. I don't see him losing for much longer, though. As time goes on, his troops are only going to get better. Also, it looks like he's just recently cored the entire Imperium. Oh boy. He's got the manpower now. Oh, and he has the industry. So he will very rapidly overcome the enemy. Nice. Wing Barty. No. Barony of Angriver? No. Piedmont? No. Right. If I get military access with you, Wing Barty, then will you accept my Itachi so I can watch what's going on? Yeah, you will. And I don't care. And on the on an even more positive, brighter note, I get to snag a little bit of army experience off of Wing Party's little war with my bastard father. Yay! No. Fun. Though he is holding Griffinstone quite well. Though I'm not seeing a whole lot of Star Knights. Did they all die? Okay, the encirclements I did see, were they just the Star Knights being killed? I genuinely think it might have been the Star Knights getting killed. Because he's got magical infantry, but no Star Knights. Oh. Oh, father. Don't tell me you got all your sons that the loyalist sons killed. That's just sad. Speaking of, I'm going to drastically improve how much I can produce of the Star Knight armor and weapons with my growing might of industry. But you know what? Let's do service by requirement. Just because we can. Why not? However, that being said, we do go ahead and end for the day, as it is time for us to bid each other adieu. For now, my Familia. It was a pleasure to do another video for you guys today. I did, oh, interesting. Never mind, change you to motorized. It was a pleasure to do this video for you guys today. I hope you guys can enjoy it as well. I will see you guys in the next video, and love you all. Good day, good night, whichever you may be watching this at. I hope you all have a good one. Be safe, stay safe, try not to do stupid shit, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.